Hey.
Hey.
Is this heaven?
Nope. It's fairway.
Here in Greater Des Moines, we're the unexpected sports mecca that feels like home. We are the big ballers, the little kickers, the underdogs, and the bulldogs. We've got events wacky and wild, big and small, we host them all. That old sports cliche, nobody believes in us? Nah, when you come here, you'll believe it. Because in Des Moines, only the S's are silent. Let's go!
Freedom Tire is proud to support the Iowa Girl through their sponsorship of the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union. With 6 locations around the metro, you're never far from getting you back or keeping you on the road. Our certified staff and state-of-the-art technology means you can take comfort knowing you've got the best work at the best prices. Give us a try at Freedom Tire, a proud supporter of the IGHSAU.
Something exciting is growing on Iowa farms these days. Innovation. From tractors that seed, weed, and harvest with data-driven precision to drones that scout or plant cover crops to protect soil and water. Even our animals live in smart homes with round-the-clock care. Technology keeps your food safer, water cleaner, and makes us more sustainable. Because what we do here benefits everyone here. Life on the farm makes everyone's life better.
Good afternoon and welcome to Extreme Arena in Coralville, home of the Girls State Volleyball Tournament presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau. Dar Danielson with you here at Court 2 as we get ready to bring you the game, their match on the Girls Union Network, powered by Mid-American Energy. Today we'll have number 2 seed Sioux Center against number 3 seed Pella as they battle to get into the championship matchup with the against the winner of the other game on the other court, Clear Creek and North Scott. They are Clear Creek Amana, North Scott playing on the court that's already underway. No one's won a set yet, as that one just got underway, and we'll get underway here at the bottom of the hour. Let's take a look at the road to the championship here for these two teams. For Pella, they defeated Norwalk in the quarterfinals 3-1. Winning a set, dropping a set, and then closing it out. Katie Shekel, 27 kills, 11 digs, a .327 efficiency. For Sioux Center, they defeated Marion in the quarterfinals 3-1. And Courtney Schmidt, 21 kills, 15 digs, and 2 service aces. So Shekel and Schmidt, a couple of the players we'll be watching here for these two teams today, as Pella now at 32-10 and Sioux Center at 29-4. Let's take a break. We'll do that. We'll come back and we'll have more as we prepare for this 4A semifinal here at the Girls State Volleyball Tournament presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau.
Hello, I'm Brent Johnson, a 5th-generation farmer from Calhoun County and president of the Iowa Farm Bureau.
And I'm Erin Gerlich, Executive Director of the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union. We're excited to have you join us for the Girls State Volleyball Tournament.
As title sponsor of the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union, we're proud to support this fantastic event. At the Iowa Farm Bureau, we believe that strong farms and strong schools go hand in hand. Iowa farmers are some of the most productive individuals in our state, working endlessly to grow and raise nutritious food and sustain our communities. Student athletes are also incredibly productive, dedicating countless hours to train and excel in their sports. Partnering with the Girls Union allows us to celebrate both groups while supporting and empowering the Iowa girl.
Reaching the state tournament is no small feat, and it takes a strong support system. Thanks to the Iowa Farm Bureau, we're able to honor students for their outstanding achievements, both on the court and in the classroom. They are committed to your success, helping provide awards, grants, and scholarships to honor excellence in athletics and academics.
As Iowans, we have much to be proud of. Whether you're a student competing today or a fan cheering on your school, we all play a role in making our state shine. So from the Iowa Farm Bureau
And the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union,
congratulations on a fantastic season and best of luck in the tournament games.
Here at the Girls State Volleyball Tournament presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau, it's the number 2 Sioux Center against number 3 Pella. Pella was a runner-up last year. Sioux Center qualified for state but moved up a class, so it's going to be an interesting matchup with the 2-3 here, Blake Walker.
Yeah, I think one thing for Pella is, you have that extra motivation. You finished runner-up last year, and last year it was kind of an upset run all the way to the title because they got to face Sergeant Bluff Luton, who was the 8 seed, so they never truly faced the 1 seed in that tournament last year. But, yeah, this is a fun one for the Dutch, and for Sioux Center, they've just been rolling all season long. I mean, they've really put a good season together with Courtney Schmidt at the helm, and, I think both teams coming in, they get pretty solid victories in the first round, you'd say. Norwalk took a set from Pella and Marion took a set from Sioux Center, but these two teams match up so evenly as you expect in a 2-3 matchup.
Yeah, I mentioned in the pregame, Schulte and Schmidt, those are the two that kind of watch them. But as I've said throughout this tournament, you have your stars, but it's the complementary players. That it's a team, so what they do to set the ball to the star or help out, make that extra play is what makes you a championship team or moves you into a championship match.
And usually in the lower classes, one player can dominate, but in the upper classes, it's where you can't quite have that. It's just not quite that part. You got to kind of spread the wealth, and usually here at the state tournament, a random player will show up, and then out of nowhere, boom, there's the big shot. Same thing for Pella. Katie Sheckel's the star. We know that. And that's just kind of been the thing for Pella this year. But Settles is really good. She's coming to her own as a freshman. And then they just have really good pieces up throughout. You got Plate up there as well, Schulte. Both teams really well built all around and not just one star to lean on.
Yeah, and you mentioned that. It's those players that step up. Sometimes it's that senior that sees the sand rolling out of the hourglass in their career. Other times it's that freshman. They're out there. Or the young player that they get a chance, they step up and they play, the best they've been playing after a season, into the championship match.
Well, and you think about it, Pella, they have had a year, pretty much the last couple of years full of riches. They're winning state titles back and forth. I mean, look at what they did in softball with Shekel helping them along the way. I mean, the school knows how to win, and that's a big thing. Sioux Center's right there. They have really good programs all across in girls and boys athletics. This is a big spot for these teams, and, I don't like looking over on the other court all the time, but your 1 seed's struggling right now with North Scott, so that's just something you got to kind of think about. The door's going to be wide open here.
Yeah, and we've seen a little bit of everything so far. I mean,
have.
the 5A semis were sweeps, although Northwest was pretty boom sweep.
They've
and then
taken care of business.
Centennial outlasted Valley there on that one. And then we've seen, Grundy Center with the reverse sweep. And so we see, a little bit of everything here.
My game last night, BCLUW was trailing 2-0, came all the way back, couldn't finish it. It ended up losing in the fifth.
I got a chance to sit and watch my hometown team.
They look good.
Talked to my former neighbor who was here. His daughter plays on the team for Janesville, and it was kind of fun reminiscing the good old days.
They looked really good, beat a good Gladbrook-Rhinebeck team.
Pretty good. We'll see how they do moving forward, but we're just about ready to get down on the floor for the introductions for this 4A semifinal here. And in just a second, we'll do that.
Today's 2025 Girls State Volleyball semifinal matchup featuring the Warriors from Sioux Center and the Dutch from Pella. The Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union promotes good sportsmanship by participants, coaches, and spectators. We request your cooperation by supporting the participants, officials, and spectators in a positive manner. Profanity, racial, sexist, or abusive comments or intimidating actions directed at officials, participants, coaches, team representatives, or event personnel will not be tolerated and are grounds for removal. We thank you for your cooperation and invite you to enjoy the game. And now, it's time to introduce the players and coaches in today's semifinal matchup. First, for the Pella Dutch, the non-starters, number 4, Olivia Lowry. Number 6, Grace Clark. Number 7, Taylor Fujiyama. Number 9, Taryn Hall. Number 10, Audica Visser. Number 12, Olivia Cutler. And the assistant coaches, Amanda Dell, Kelsey Fields, Courtney Paxton, Morgan Terpstra, Megan Shekel, and Avery Hall. And the rotation for the Dutch. Number 1, a 5'10 senior, Brooke Schulte. Number 2, a 5'9 junior, Natalia Plate. Number 5, a 5'10 senior, Katie Shekel. Number 8, a 5'10 junior, Harper Kalman. Number 11, a 5'10 freshman, Julia Settles. Number 15, a 6'1 senior, Abby Brand. And the libero, number 3, a 5'7 senior, Ella Heemstra. Head coach for Pella, Joel Allman. The Dutch. And now let's meet the Warriors from Sioux Center. Number 3, Romney Bleeker. Number 5, Jaden Rosaboom. Number 6, Annika DeGuy. Number 7, Haley Kaiser. Number 11, Georgia Vandenberg. Number 13, Amira Blaker. Number 14, Adeline Winterfeld. And number 17, Brooke Testrudy. The assistant coaches for the Warriors, Brooke Faber, Sarah Koistra, and Lexi Hilker. And now let's meet the rotation for the Warriors. Number 1, a 5'4 junior, Kate Vandahoof. Number 4, a 6' junior, Marin Franken. Number 8, a 5'10 senior, Avery Bitker. Number 9, a 5'7 junior, Addison Branson. Number 10, a 5'8 junior, Taylor Holverson. Number 12, a 5'10 senior, Courtney Schmidt. And the libero, number 2, a 5'7 senior, Kaylee Traver. Head coach for Sioux Center, Julie Oldenkamp. The Warriors. Ladies and gentlemen, the officials for the match this afternoon are first referee, Maurice Frazier. Second referee, Craig Werner. Line judges, Mark Royer and Brandon Slaughter. Your officials. Volleyball fans, who's ready for state tournament volleyball?
We're ready here, and want to remind you the lineup's brought to you by Hy-Vee. Hy-Vee, a proud sponsor of the IGHSAU. Hy-Vee is where there's a helpful smile in every aisle. Also want to let you know that the Iowa Farm Bureau, a sole title sponsor of the Girls High School Athletic Union, believes in the Iowa girl and cultivating individuals with great character, strong work ethic, and exceptional leadership skills. By investing in Iowa's youth, we're investing in Iowa's future. Well, the nice thing I like about this is Valley and Centennial are both wearing black uniforms with white numbers, which is,
maybe they coordinate
when you're trying to pick out players. When even I've seen them both before, but it's a little different that way. But here we have a clear separation. Pella will be in the white with the green numbers and the blue and white here for Sioux Center. And like you say, I think the seeding has gone pretty well in this tournament, so I expect a pretty tight match here.
I think the biggest quote-unquote upset we've had, I think we had a 6-3 upset. I cannot remember, but, it's been really well. They did a really nice job with the seeding, and as expected, we get a matchup just like this. Two schools that are full of pride, I can tell you that. A lot of school pride on both sides. These are two of the better student sections you're going to see here at the state tournament. It's going to be a fun one.
And talking with Joanna Settles, who normally is up here broadcasting with us, but she's playing mom today as her daughter, the freshman, starting for Pella, and all excited about it and everything, and said this team is really excited. They get along well and everything, and I think you find that with all these teams. And volleyball can be a long season, and, you can face some adversity, so you got to come together. Well, it'll be Kaylee Traver for Sioux Center to get it started. Set up and down for the kill by Harper Cowman.
Pella's going to want to move quick. I mean, they average 11.4 kills per set. Sioux Center just 9.7. It's one of the lower numbers totals that we see here at the state tournament, so they're going to have to really pick up, really rely on their defense.
Here's the serve, almost mishandled. Now Sioux Center gets it over. Chance now for Pella to set it up. They do in the middle, and it's down for the kill by Shekel. That was Brand, wasn't it?
Just a little bit of miscommunication there, kind of trying to get your footing here. These two teams have not seen each other. They'd never seen each other dating back to 2006 in the Bound database, so fresh faces.
Shekel serving that off the block out. It'll be a point for Sioux Center.
Nice kill up front, able to get on top of it.
Courtney Schmidt, the senior, the one we'll be watching here. She had 21 kills and a .476 hitting percentage in the quarterfinal. Bumped up outside, cross court. Libero goes down. Now outside and through the block, a touch, so the kill there by Addison Branson.
And that was all made possible because of Kaylee Traver. The libero hit the deck and made sure to grab a big dig to keep that play alive.
And almost an ace, but they pull it out. Pella does. Down the middle and hammered home by Marin Franken, excuse me.
She's just a junior. I remember her last year. She was unbelievable last year as a sophomore, and then all of a sudden, junior year, getting better and better. It's a lot of seniors on the floor, but the juniors and lower classmen are going to be coming up big here today.
And she's the only 6-footer listed in the lineup. That one will drop over for a kill.
That was really awkward off the hand for Pella, and that kind of forced Sioux Center to go way out of whack. They didn't quite know what to expect when they came back across.
We're back to serve now. Ella Heemstra. Set outside, cross court. Can they run it down? No. Addison Branson with the kill again.
I tell you what, Heemstra, she slid on the wood part, but then she went all the way on the gray part, which is like carpet, and she still kept sliding.
Well, once you get to the gray, then it's out of bounds. So,
it's fun when they go in the net. It just doesn't count.
Sioux Center serving. And blocked out of bounds to kill to Schulte.
Brooke came into the state tournament 211 in the kills category. Really, again, we talked about it, the stars that aren't Katie Shekel, aren't the top ones stepping up, and Brooke's one of those people.
Olivia Cutler coming in on an IMT Insurance substitution. All substitutions brought to you by IMT Insurance. Learn how you can be worry-free at IMTIMS.com. Here's the serve low, handled by the libero, Traver. A long shot into the back row. Bumped up. Cross quarter, libero goes down again. Scramble by Sioux Center. Quick dump over by the Pella setter. And they're going to call a double hit.
I believe that was the call. I didn't quite see.
Yeah, it was a quick signal.
Shekel did a good job bumping that back over, kind of forced Sioux Center to have to regroup.
Libero up again, Traver. Now they get it over. They'll set it quick. And now back over.
Nice blocks.
A lot of action at the net early. Now quick set in the middle. Hammered, but handled. Bumped up. Oh, that one went backwards. I don't know that she wanted that, but now quick set outside, and the cross court is down.
Barely caught it. Nice play by Julia Settles. Just a freshman. Has really come to her own this season. Been a good surprise for the Dutch.
She's got a little pedigree in her background. But there's cross quarter. Now set outside into the block and down. Over there, Branson, one of them in the block, I believe.
Franken in there as well, and that's, I mean, they have really just, it's a double block every single time, and the Warriors are getting the ball, or getting a hand on the ball most of the time.
Marin Franken back to serve now. And comes off a little odd, but they get it across, now able to play it. Set quick in the middle, and just a little off the timing on the set there by Shekel.
Natalia Plate, she went up for it, just couldn't quite time it up. You see that sometimes. Best to just move on.
Bumped up. Shekel's back set this time, and that's long. And Sioux Center takes a 1-point lead.
And it's crazy because you get down to these semifinals and finals, Dar, you just don't see mistakes like that.
What did they call?
I'll wait till my scoring sheet.
Yeah, they give a point.
It's a block error by Branson.
Okay.
So the kill goes to Julia Settles, and there's a service ace.
Yeah. Our first ace of the day, all aces brought to you by Channel Seed, your local seed dealer. Find your dealer at channelseed.com. And that one long. The Settles gets the ace, then the service error.
A lot of times those just follow back to back.
Yeah.
Hard to get in the rhythm.
And sometimes you get juiced up, you know, after getting that ace, and then you pop it a little too hard.
Got to calm yourself down.
Yeah. Sioux Center sets it in the middle, and they find the hole there. There's Avery Bitker.
She towed the line. I mean, barely caught that far side of the box.
Low serve, ace serve by Franken.
Really nice. Branson was in on it.
Channelseed.com, brought to you by Channel Seed. Here's the second one. Comes in low again. Now set back. Cross court, little wide.
Nice heads-up play by Georgia Vandenberg. She thought about going for it. It's just that you got to teach your brain, I can't hit it. It's going to go out. Nice heads-up play.
Especially when it's heading at that angle and it's looping high.
Absolutely.
Settles quick set. Up. Over. Now chance for Sioux Center. They go back, but handled by the libero.
Got a double.
Nope, double hit.
Double on the near side. I couldn't quite get who it was. I think it might have been Settles. Got
again,
it twice.
They call that when it's a pass across the net. Now timeout called by Pella, down 3 early here at the Girls State Volleyball Tournament presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau.
At American Energy, we're one company serving 1.6 million people who all need energy that's available 24/7. That's why we work 24/7. That's why we make investments in our systems that make us more resilient to extreme weather. That's why we generate power from all available resources to cover the variables in supply and demand. And that's why when the power is knocked out, we work around the clock to restore power to you. Mid-American Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
You're watching the Girls Union Digital Network powered by Mid-American Energy here in the 4A semifinal. Sioux Center pulls out to an early 3-point lead. Pella calls timeout, wants to kind of settle things down a little bit. And now back serving again will be Addison Branson.
I like the timeout by Coach Allman. I think, you get down 3, you don't want to waste opportunities.
And that is off the block out, and that was that Shekel?
Yep. It's amazing how, 305 assists, 392 kills. You don't see many players with those numbers in the same name.
Yeah.
Really incredible stuff for Katie.
That one skims the net court, and then an easy dunk by Shekel for back-to-back kills. And out of the timeout, they're right back within 1. Brooke Schulte to serve.
Been a little quiet here to start, but there you go. Back-to-back kills. She's got 3.
Sent right up, and that one's off Schulte into the stands.
That went up about 8 rows.
Yeah, that's as high as I've seen it go there. And IMT Insurance substitutions now. Taylor Holverson comes back into the front row. Back to serve is Vanderhoff. Now quick set in the middle, pushed over by Schulte. They go on the outside, and the big hammer down there by Branson.
Sioux Center's just kind of in rhythm right now. They're able to kind of line everything up. They're not really out of whack. They were really struggling in those first couple points, but now they've started to lock back in.
Tried to flick it over and just a little too far there.
I don't know if Settles was going for the assist or if she was trying to push it back over. I think she was a little indecisive.
Lead up to 4 now, the biggest lead so far. Settles pushes it over, and that gets down.
Wow.
Found it over there.
Or hit the antenna.
Or
they're going to say, they're going to say it just grazed the antenna. I was going to say it took a little bit different of a path there, but.
So 15-10.
Oh.
And not going to return that one.
Boy, give credit to Settles. Got down on the floor to at least get it up for a possibility for Katie Shekel to go get.
And back to serve. Ella Heemstra, the libero. Bumped up by Settles. Now Heemstra, now just shoved over. And the off-speed works.
Yeah, everybody gets ready in the middle because they think Katie's going to go flat. Try to get it all the way down, but she did a good job holding back.
Long. Now we'll have to free ball and get it over. Bumped up, set in the middle, and hammered down. Pretty play there as Abby Brand finishes it.
Hadn't called her name a ton, but she shows up in a big way there, and there's a timeout by Sioux Center.
Sioux Center now calls the timeout as Pella back within 2. You're watching the Girls State Volleyball Tournament presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau.
At American Energy, we're one company serving 1.6 million people who all need energy that's available 24/7. That's why we work 24/7. That's why we make investments in our systems that make us more resilient to extreme weather. That's why we generate power from all available resources to cover the variables in supply and demand. And that's why when the power is knocked out, we work around the clock to restore power to you. Mid-American Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
You're watching the Girls Union Digital Network powered by Mid-American Energy. Darn Danielson, Blake Walker with you, and early back and forth as we hit the midpoint of the first set here. Sioux Center up by 2 at a lead as big as 5, but Pella battle back, and there is the Pella point.
Service ace. It was 15-10. You got 4 straight points here for the Dutch.
And brought to you by channelseeds.com. Bumped up, now into the net again. So out of the timeout by Sioux Center, Pella ties it up.
And when they got down 5, you're kind of thinking, well,
Yeah.
I guess maybe Sioux Center is going to take care of business here in set number 1. But boy, Dutch have responded well. Here's a big chance here for Sioux Center. Got to get a point on the board here. Stop this run.
Set by Settles, and good recovery by Sioux Center.
Nice block up front by Bittker and Schmidt. Able to just ease a couple tensions there, able to get on top.
Now back to serve, the libero, Traver. High, Settles just taps it over, and
I'm going to say she went over, kind of knocked it over the net.
The point, Sioux Center.
Settles has had a couple of those today, just right at the net. Nice.
And that one right there, and pushed right back. The free ball right there for Taylor Holverson.
And Holverson did a great job. She watched it the whole way.
Now Pella calls a timeout as they've fallen down by 3. You're watching the Girls State Volleyball Tournament presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau.
Mid-American Energy, we're one company serving 1.6 million people who all need energy that's available 24/7. That's why we work 24/7. That's why we make investments in our systems that make us more resilient to extreme weather. That's why we generate power from all available resources to cover the variables in supply and demand. And that's why when the power is knocked out, we work around the clock to restore power to you. Mid-American Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Here at the Girls State Volleyball Tournament presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau, you see the Sioux Center huddle there. They held off a little charge by Pella and back up by 3. Pella calls a timeout. Really a little strategy. Neither team wants to lose this first set, do they, Blake?
It's such a big one. They know how crucial this is, and it's a set of runs. I mean, it was 15-10, then Pella came back, tied it at 15. Now Sioux Center gets 3 back, and now Pella gets 1 back.
And then the timeout works as they come out in the service error. So they'll send Shekel, the senior, back. Shekel, the senior setter, to serve. Good little iteration there. Set up and long.
Good communication by the Warriors. Always got to yell out if you think it's going to go out. That one was a little bit closer, but a big play here. They're 1 away from 20.
Bumped up. Now set over, wide, and just wide on the hit, and now they're at 20.
Harper Cowman got a good look, kind of paroling that far side, but just a little long. I'm curious. I'll look here at the set break, but couple attack errors here for the Dutch. Sioux Center's kept it clean.
Now they've got to go back. And wide. A miss that time by Branson. She's been pretty good early going.
Yeah, Addison knew where she wanted it to go, just kind of mistimed it. Warriors do have a timeout left. Pella is out of timeouts here in set number 1.
Olivia Lowry comes in for an IMT insurance substitution. She'll go back to serve. The senior. Set back into the block and down for Sioux Center. And that was that Franken?
Yep. Only 6-footer on the floor. She plays like it.
Yeah.
Really nice job on the serving side for her and patrolling up front at the net.
And that one just had to wait.
Yeah, just shorted it. Katie didn't know if she wanted to go up and get it or if she was going to wait for it to bounce off the net.
So Sioux Center feeling good here early. 22-17. Oh, an attack right off the net.
And that was all part of Taylor Holverson. Holverson had such a good serve that it forced Pella to kind of play out of position, then allowed for the kill right back over top.
Yeah, came right, nice ball, and she just hammered it. It hit that net cord, and kind of that throws everything off. 23-17.
A good serve really sets you up well.
Yeah. At the net, back over. Now outside, got to get around the block, and they do.
Nope, I think it dropped
in.
Did
it drop in? Oh, okay.
It's amazing how hard it is to kind of see from up here.
Some officials give the quick signal and drop their arm.
I go based off reaction of the players. Dutch trying to make a run here. They've already made one 5-0 run.
Bump back toward the outside. Tough angle, but they keep it alive off the block. Now Settles will bump it up. Set outside and found the hole there. Great set on that one from Schulte.
Yeah, Schulte saw the back corner wide open. She knew that Traver couldn't get there in time if she wanted to.
23-19. Oh, good low serve, but it's wide.
A specific spot. She knew that's where she wanted to try to get it, but nothing there, and now you got set point.
Set point for Sioux Center in the first set here, 24-19. Low serve. Schulte just dumps it. Now up on the outside, Branson. Schulte back set to Settles. Settles tried to go up on the block. They get it over Schulte. Now outside again. She had a double clutch and got it down. Man, what an adjustment by Schulte.
Barely caught the back line, but it does enough.
I think I said Schulte. I meant Shekel. I got it all mixed up there. It was Shekel that set it. So set point 2.
A lot of S's on the floor.
Yeah. Set point 2. That Settles. Jumped over, kept it alive.
It's going to be in the net.
Yep. And that'll be the set. Sioux Center takes the first one, 25-20, here in this 4A semifinal. We'll be back with set number 2 coming up after this on CISN.TV.
Whether you volunteer or hang with friends, play pickleball, read or follow trends. No matter what your retirement style, you deserve healthy eyes and a healthy smile. Some Medicare plans don't cover vision or dental. With Delta Dental, you can save on what's essential. Get coverage and take care of your health. It's peace of mind, so treat yourself. It's more affordable than you might think. Give us a call or visit this link.
Nothing matters more than our community and our patients.
So when flu season's here, I love that I get to help protect them.
When you get your flu shot at Hy-Vee, you can earn a 20-cent fuel saver.
Scheduling your flu shot appointment is quick and convenient.
Because you can just walk up when you're shopping or schedule an appointment, whichever works for you.
Allowing you to pick a time that's best for you and your family.
Keeping families and communities healthy feels good. Visit your Hy-Vee pharmacy, get your flu shot, and earn a 20-cent fuel saver today.
Excelling in athletics takes teamwork, dedication, and a commitment to excellence. These are the same qualities that help our pig farmers and our communities thrive. The Iowa Pork Producers Association is proud to support statewide high school athletics and the student athletes who make us all proud. Visit iowapork.org/WeCare to meet the people behind the pork and hear about our winning approach to caring for our pigs, the environment, and our communities.
Back here at the Girls State Volleyball Tournament presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau. Let's take a look at the Sukup stats from the first set. And there they are. Go ahead.
Yeah, kills are even right now. It's actually Pella has 14, 11 for Sioux Center. They both have 16 points. Hitting percentage, I talked about it, 333 for Sioux Center. That's a high percentage here. Pella just 179. The kills-wise, we don't have it on here, but statistically, when you look at the results or the possible attacks, Pella has 39 attacks. Sioux Center has just 24, so they're getting their points off errors. Pella has 2 service errors. They both have a block error. That's another thing. Pella doesn't have any blocks. That's one that we have wrong on here, but Pella has no blocks. Sioux Center has 2 blocks here so far today. So that's something that Pella's going to want to keep going. Sioux Center's picked up a couple aces here so far, nothing crazy. Overall, pretty even for the most part, but Sioux Center's not having to do a ton. They're just kind of working what they're giving.
Well, and then they built that little lead, and then when you match points after you build a lead, then it's like, and they got first to 20, and Pella made a run back.
And it felt like a first set of who made the less mistake or who made the least amount of mistakes. It was Sioux Center.
And we'll see if maybe they'll settle down a little bit here in the second set. And here we go.
They're doing the IOWA chant around the arena. I always wondered when they were going to do it. And now they're doing it. That's a tradition, I feel like.
Yeah. So here we go. Second set. Pella serving. Ella Heemstra. Set toward the middle. Push to the back, settles a quick set it, and the kill by Brand.
Good start there. Really nice set to start. Dutch going to try to get a little momentum here. That was a game, or that was a set of runs in that first one.
And long. Service error. Back to serve, Courtney Schmidt.
It's the Dutch third service error of the match.
Bumped up, settles to set it cross court, and lobs it over Katie Scheckel.
That was a little awkward off the hand of Kate Vanderhoof. Kind of stuck her right fist up trying to get on top of it and really didn't go as hard as she thought it would.
Pella now serving, Scheckel. Into the middle, and a hot smash by Maren Franken.
Nice play by Maren. Just kind of knew where she wanted to set it up in the middle. She's got 5 kills so far.
Bumped up. Now, and Shelby comes up. Katie Scheckel, comes up and just pops that through.
That's twice now she's gotten a kill off just a misreceived ball. I mean, just kind of falling in her lap right now.
And it didn't look like the way the set was going, they were going to have to just get it over, but she ended up, you're right, made something out of nothing there.
You're not going to complain if it's working.
Yeah. Low one handled by the libero.
Nice job by Traver.
Now they'll get it over. And awkward there for Lowry to try to get it and just went awry.
Got it over the block, and then, like you said, just kind of mishandled the ball and kind of fell awkwardly toward the net. Pella's had a couple of those. Sioux Center's got to be credited with a couple of really good serves to put him in that position.
Yeah, good low serve there by Franken, and that one goes wide.
Abby Brand's got a lot of power. That time it did not find the right box, but, man, when she swings, you got to be ready.
Bumped over toward the outside, into the block. Oh, good recovery. In midair, now dumps it over again. Outside, settles, goes cross court. That one's going to go over the press table.
Another really strong, powerful swing by Julia. Not much the Warriors can do on that end.
Yeah, you get your hands on it, but then when it flies off into the next
And sometimes you will perfectly play it like you play it every other time, and it just won't happen.
Net cord, and it screws them up there. They got a hand on it, but it just, the way it kind of came off, strange there, gives the point to Pella.
It hits that net, your perception just goes out the window.
And then service error. That's the thing you said earlier. Pella's had these, they get a good play and then they get an error.
Yeah.
You know?
And we see that sometimes.
Yeah.
And then in that case, you're just kind of trading points and you're just hoping you can finally settle on something that you like.
Branson to serve. Bumped up. Now Settles will have to get it over. Set it outside. Cross-court winner by Schmidt.
Courtney did such a good job. She's really done really well right next to the net. Haven't seen a lot of back row attacks, middle row attacks. It's right there at the net that Courtney's making her money's worth.
And that one is deep and long and out.
It's just free points. Free points everywhere.
This is right back where we started in that first set. It's 6-6. It's back and forth, and then Pella's got to worry about letting Sioux Center get the run at the end. And that one is a service error.
I don't know if anyone wants to lead right now. Everyone's kind of just
1, 2, 3, 4. 2 service errors apiece in this set.
5 total for Pella.
Now serving is Sioux Center. Settles, pushes it outside and cross court long, no touch. And Vanderhoff goes back to serve again, the junior.
One stat that really sticks out here, Pella's got 9 attack errors to just 3 for Sioux Center. That hitting percentage, that's where that's coming from.
Into the block. Now diving save by Sioux Center, and then the kill by Schmidt.
I tell you, Courtney's got it rolling here on this near side. She's doing such a good job. She's got such a powerful swing that...
And they keep coming back to her, aren't they? Yeah.
Why not? You feed the hot hand while it's going.
Settles, puts it outside. Dive from the back row. Now she'll has to go long. Underhands it and gets it over.
That was going to work if it dropped.
And now back out to her again. And right by Shekel.
And guess who it was?
For the kill. Yep. Schmidt. Timeout Pella. They're down 4 here at the Girls State Volleyball Tournament presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau.
At American Energy, we're one company serving 1.6 million people who all need energy that's available 24/7. That's why we work 24/7. That's why we make investments in our systems that make us more resilient to extreme weather. That's why we generate power from all available resources to cover the variables in supply and demand. And that's why when the power is knocked out, we work around the clock to restore power to you. Mid-American Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
On the Girls Union Digital Network, powered by Mid-American Energy, it's 10-6 here. Sioux Center over Pella in the second set, and Blake Pella just not getting in a rhythm, and some of that is Sioux Center, but just, serve, receive, and that just aren't finding quite the rhythm they need yet.
Yeah, and I talked about it, the attack errors, just simple errors for Pella, just kind of piling up here, but still a long way to go to get them cleaned up. But boy, I tell you what, number 12, Courtney Schmidt, is on one right now here in set number 2.
She was right up there with Avery Bitker, and they blocked that one right back. And Vanderhoff to serve again. Settles, sets it, and into the net on the kill attempt, and now back at the net.
Settles knocked that across on the floor.
And down. What did they say? Net? 2 hits, they call it. Okay.
Wow, they're going to give 2 hits to Sioux Center. They wanted the call on the other side because they thought for sure Natalia Plate spiked it into the net herself. It was never touched.
Yeah.
So Sioux Center fans weren't too happy about that one.
So a break for Pella, and now they got to
put together a run here.
The longest run has been 2 points in this set. Same problem they had in that first set. Now they're going to the scores table to check on something there.
I was going to say, I don't think Coach Oldenkamp really initiated any conversation.
Cross court, good low serve, an ace Brought to you by Channel Seeds. Find your local seed dealer at channelseed.com. That one is returned, dumped in, and they really had to scramble on that. Now set outside again, dumped over. Wow.
Take a guess. Take a guess who it was.
I'd say number 12.
Courtney Schmidt's got 6 kills, and I think at least 5 of them have come in set number 2.
And that's point 12 for number 12. Y'all gives them 12 points. And now Settles will tie the shoe. Seems like Pella's just getting caught up on the right side, trying to figure out how to block it, and then she's finding a way to get it through that.
Opportunities aplenty on each side for sure. It's just Sioux Center's taking advantage of a couple of mistakes by Pella, and I say that.
Service error, yeah.
For both sides. It's definitely not been the cleanest volleyball that we've seen.
No. But for Sioux Center, you look up and they still got a 3-point lead on all this.
Right.
Yeah. Right in the middle. Now set outside and just angled over. Nice cut shot, Franken there.
I thought for sure it was tipped, but no, she just barely caught the box.
Yeah, just kind of clipped it a little bit and it angled in. Bumped up. A little bit of a miscommunication. It ends up costing them there. With Schulte and Shekel.
Shekel got thrown out of whack, put that thing in the net. Now the lead back down to 5. Pella only has 1 timeout yet left, so Coach Allman got to kind of wait, see if your girls can work through this.
They have to scramble now. They'll have to get it over here. Outside, and that one is down by Branson.
Branson's got a lot of power. They're really working well on this near side.
Yeah, if it hasn't been Schmidt, it's been Branson on that side, and now another timeout here. 15-9. Sioux Center up against Pella here at the Girls State Volleyball Tournament presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau.
At American Energy, we're one company serving 1.6 million people who all need energy that's available 24/7. That's why we work 24/7. That's why we make investments in our systems that make us more resilient to extreme weather. That's why we generate power from all available resources to cover the variables in supply and demand. And that's why when the power is knocked out, we work around the clock to restore power to you. Mid-American Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Sioux Center, a happy huddle right now on the Girls Union Digital Network, powered by Mid-American Energy, as they're up 15-9. And Pella calls the timeout. We just, Dar Danielson, Blake Walker been talking about it. Pella just trying to get in sync, and that left side attack there by Branson and Schmidt for Sioux Center has just been sent it at home a lot.
Yeah, they're doing a really good job staying on top of things.
And that good hard serve. And, well, you put Schmidt on the back row. You don't think you have to worry about her up front, but she's puts a great serve there that makes a tough return, and they go to 16.
And it should be no surprise. Sioux Center, they were 3A last year. If you remember, they almost beat Western Christian in the first round as that one drops in for Pella. But Western Christian, that was a 24 straight. They'd been to the Final Four. They only beat Sioux Center 3-2 in the quarterfinals last year. This team, they returned back. We should have known. I mean, there's just a lot of firepower for Coach Oldenkamp and the crew.
Shekel with the serve. Now back set, and the long shot goes. Franken finds the corner.
And that's a testament to Coach Oldenkamp and what she's done. Congratulations to her, by the way. She eclipsed 500 career wins overall this season. She's closing in on 500 soon at Sioux Center.
There's a set outside. Came in a little low, but they got it over. Now back set. And that one is down. Sioux Center just finding the corners.
I mean, and barely
just
finding
laser finding the corners.
Barely finding
Not
it.
much,
but,
but it's there. Yeah.
And in those, what are you supposed to do?
Yeah,
I mean, for Pella, you just kind of hope those will drop.
And there, that one, they wait, and it goes out on the service error. But, yeah, I mean, you can play it, but it's so tight.
Pella 18 more attacks than Sioux Center. They're still dominating them in that category. But Sioux Center now, Dar, almost a 500 hitting percentage. Almost half the balls they're hitting across are landing.
There's the serve by Pella. Quick in the middle, dumped over.
That was so nicely done by Marin Franken because all day long she's been hard. And eventually there she pulled up, and Pella was ready for the big spike up front.
Fastball, changeup. Boom.
You just never know.
Settle sets it. Block. Now outside. And somehow gets it through the block. Branson.
That one, there was 2 Dutch players up for the block, and then just the angle that she was at, it was going to be tough to corral it.
Yeah, pinged it right off the arm. And there's an ace.
Boy, again, she wanted to go to that back corner, and Heimstra had to make a decision. It was probably going to land. It was the right decision by Ella.
Brought to you by Channel Seeds.
How about this set by the Warriors?
Yeah, just smoking. There's talk about smoking.
No, they're going to say
what?
Violation.
Okay, well, 22 then to 11.
An attack error by Shekel there.
And another serve that they can't handle. Sioux Center.
They're rolling.
They got the steam going. Bumped up.
Nice dig.
Yeah. Well, they're calling 2 hits.
Addison Branson hit the deck.
Yeah, she
put all her effort out. She was like, "What do you mean? There's a stoppage." Pella's. I mean, you got 2 points here for Sioux Center, but this is a big spot here for the Dutch. Not just for this set, but trying to
get something going
for the next set.
Yeah, get a little something positive.
Nice block, and somehow picked up.
Gets it back over. Oh, just confusion.
Well, I think Natalia Plate had already touched it,
yeah.
I think, because she was waiting, and she's like, well, I don't know if I want to go after it.
Yeah, and then Visser was like there, oh, what do I do?
Yeah.
Now we're at set point here. And it's down, an ace to finish it off.
Because of course it is.
Yeah, 25 to 12, a dominating second set by Sioux Center.
Wow.
And finishing off with a ChannelSeed.com ace. Alrighty, well, can Pella regroup here? We'll see. We'll be back with the third set coming up after this on CISN.TV.
Ladies, the bake sale's about to start. Are you ready?
We've got this.
Okay.
Oh, guys, he's here.
Quick Star delivery for Janet.
Bring it here.
Let's get this bake sale going. Yeah. Come on. Best bake sale ever.
Oh, yeah.
Let's
begin.
SWIC is a community. Southwestern Community College is a place in rural southwest Iowa where students from across the world come to be a part of a tight-knit family, Spartan Nation, where they study, train, grow, thrive, and are called by name, not by number. At SWIC, we are one.
Nothing matters more than our community and our patients.
So when flu season's here, I love that I get to help protect them.
When you get your flu shot at Hy-Vee, you can earn a 20-cent fuel saver.
Scheduling your flu shot appointment is quick and convenient.
Because you can just walk up when you're shopping or schedule an appointment, whichever works for you.
Allowing you to pick a time that's best for you and your family.
Keeping families and communities healthy feels good. Visit your Hy-Vee pharmacy, get your flu shot, and earn a 20-cent fuel saver today.
Here at the Girls State Volleyball Tournament presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau, and a dominating second set. Let's look at the Sioux Cup stats for Sioux Center here, and you see that hitting percentage way up there.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Yeah.
That'll do it. I mean, just under 500, like I talked about, that means almost half the time that they're sending it back across the net, they're scoring. Blocks is one thing. Pella just hasn't had any Sioux Centers done such a good job getting it past the block. And still, total attacks, Sioux Center's kind of caught up. Pella's got 59, Sioux Center's got 42. But, yeah, really, it's that big circle right there. You look at the hitting percentage, that's where you really want to look at. Reception errors, Pella's got 7, Sioux Center's got 4. Service errors, Sioux Center's kind of caught back up 4 to 5 in that category. But other than that, nothing really crazy jumping off the page.
Well, we're about ready for the third set. Pella, can they get the mojo going here again and stop what was a speeding train in that second set from Sioux Center and extend this? And we'll see what they do coming out of the break between sets. On the other court, it's 1-1 there with
North Scott has been the Achilles heel of Clear Creek Amana the last 4 years at the state tournament. If you remember, CCA was the 1 seed a couple years ago and came here having only lost 4 sets all year. They hadn't lost a match, and they got upset by North Scott in the semifinals. And boy, North Scott would love to play spoiler again.
And they'll start it out with the libero, Kaylee Traver, to serve for Sioux Center. And a quick set, and
nice.
A one-handed save at the back. And then the libero,
Traver's on it,
goes down, cross court, settles. Hammered again.
Nice volley here to start.
Set back into the net. Wow, Sioux Center weathered some hot shots there.
Yeah, Kate Vandehoof did a really nice job along with Kaylee Traver. Pella just couldn't find the gap.
Traver back to serve again. Up at the net and pushed over by Franken.
It's her 8th kill of the night, or the afternoon, I should say, and another really good dig by Traver to keep that alive.
Low serve. Set by Settles, and there's the kill.
They're not going to get him every single time. Really nice job there by Shekel, using her power to get a point back on the board. Pella's going to have to stay toe-to-toe here, try to get a little bit of a lead. They played from behind a lot of this match so far.
Bumped up. Into the block, and point Pella.
Yeah, Settles and Brand up there. You got a senior and they got a freshman. Really nice job by both of them. Able to meet him at the net. I think that is officially the first block so far for the Dutch.
Good low serve, but handled by the libero. A set back, blocked.
Brand again.
Cross court into the block. Abby Brand right there.
Maybe something must have been said. You got to be more aggressive at the net because now Pella doing much more up front.
It didn't look like they were as much. Sioux Center was right to the net early, and Pella didn't look like they were doing it, but maybe they've adjusted here, and unfortunately a service error for Pella, and we're tied at 3-3. But this isn't really going where Pella wants to get the serve back and build a little cushion. It's what Sioux Center has done the entire match.
They've traded points quite often.
And we trade service errors again.
That's also happened.
Yeah. We've seen plenty of that here in this match. And Pella back to serve now. Drops it in the middle. Outside, guess who? That time it's Branson.
Just a lot of power. Off arms. You just don't know how it's going to work out. Good effort, though, again by Heemstra, who was not going to give up going to get that ball.
Taylor Hoverson to serve. Settles, sets it up outside, and there's one that's not going to be returned. Schulte. That's one that leaves a mark.
Yeah, a lot of good power there by Brooke. Got to string a couple together.
Schulte with 5 kills now. Yep, they got to, they'd like to string more than a few.
They strung together that 5.
Just dumps it over Branson.
Strung together 5 there in that first set, and you felt like, all right, they can make runs when it matters. Just kind of coming up short here. We just keep trading.
And Sioux Center just keeps chugging right along. Some INT insurance substitution for Pella. Get the libero back in there, and an ace served by Franken.
Anytime you have to get really below the knees to get down and get a ball on a receiving end of a serve, it's just not going to work out. Yeah.
Brought to you by Channel Seed. Quick set in the middle, dump to the open spot, but diving to save it. Over there, now scramble, back up, pushed over. Chance for Pella. They set it outside, and it hit the antenna.
Yeah, Brooke was going to do the same thing that she did just a little bit ago, but just snuck over to the far line a little too quick.
Romy Bleeker with a couple nice plays on the outside there to keep that alive. Bumped up. Now they'll set it in there again, up. Settles, back set, and it gets down.
Boy, we haven't seen a lot of back row attacks.
No.
That's kind of new from Katie, at least here in this match, and that time it worked.
Katie Shekel gets it down. And back to serve, Julia Settles. 5'10" freshman. Good low serve, but handled. Outside Branson. Bumped up. They'll set it in the middle, dumped over. Settles goes outside, looking for the corner, but they get to it. Now off the block.
Nice save by Shekel.
Yep. And 4 hits.
Yeah, they tried. I wondered if they were going to be in the net or not. Tried to save it back. There's 2 quick points by the Dutch.
Yeah, they kind of danced around it a little bit, but
these teams don't give up on easy ball.
Settles to serve. Set in the middle. Good recovery. Now long. Don't see a touch. No. Or was there? Yep,
there
is.
Touch.
Yep.
Shekel knew it right when it went across.
The up official called it the touch.
And there you go. Just like that, Pella's got 3 straight. Now they take the lead. This is something that we talked about. You kind of snowball it together.
But they got to build it a little more because, you know, Sioux Center's going to come right back at you like they have been. Bumped up. That looked like it was heading out.
That was going to go out.
But they're going to play it. Oh! Finally, Branson gets it over after Schulte had saved it. Now back up. Branson over through the block and down.
I know she's really good at assisting and killing, but I think killing is going to be how Pella gets back in this match. It's going to be off the hand of Katie Shekel.
Finishing it so Sioux Center can't get back in rhythm in their offense is the key.
What is that, 4 straight? 5 straight here for the Dutch? It's a couple, right?
Couple straight now, They had a couple and then got back. And then, boom, out of the middle comes Bitker.
They're going to try to get Schmidt back rolling here a little bit, just try to keep him moving.
Saw that.
I always fear that you're going to have 2 players collide one day. That curtain doesn't hold everybody.
Bump back, set over. Now set outside and saved by Settles. Now back up. Cross court wide.
Barely.
Just off a little bit on that.
That's been working for Katie most of the time over on that far line, but
Settles did a great job to go flat
and
pancake it up, but there's that low serve ace.
Just when you think everybody's kind of figured out each other on the service ace or on the aces side and the serving side, they got it right back.
Branson gets the ace, the channel seed ace, and here's the second serve. This one lobbed in the middle. Settle sets it back and into the net. A little Schulte just didn't read it right or something there.
So what? You got a 4-0 run by Pella and now a 4-0 run by Sioux Center.
Sioux
Really
Center.
nice response here by the Warriors.
Net cord, but it gets over. Settles get back up. Now off the scramble. Oh, and the kill by Schmidt.
That's where she's been the best.
Timeout, Pella. We'll take a break at the Girls State Volleyball Tournament presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau.
At American Energy, we're one company serving 1.6 million people who all need energy that's available 24/7. That's why we work 24/7. That's why we make investments in our systems that make us more resilient to extreme weather. That's why we generate power from all available resources to cover the variables in supply and demand. And that's why when the power is knocked out, we work around the clock to restore power to you. Mid-American Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
At the Girls State Volleyball Tournament presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau. Pella made a run, got a little bit of a lead, but Sioux Center has fought back. They've taken the first two sets here. Pella trying to force a fourth here, but Blake Walker, as we mentioned, and just going to the break. Sioux Center, they got behind a little bit, then they come right back. They haven't seemed to get as rattled as Pella has here.
And they stay pretty locked in. I mean, they don't let a lot of things phase them, and that's what you got to have right now.
Set there, diving save, pushed over, and they're going to say two hits.
That was a good piece by Sioux Center. I thought for sure maybe that was going to work, but got the double in there. I tell you what, for how far away Sioux Center is, they brought a pretty good crowd.
Outside, they'll set it back toward the corner, and there's the block that time by Traver and, by Plate and Shekel.
Now Natalia got up. Nice play there by the 5'9" junior. This Pella team, quite a few seniors, but boy, the young pieces that they have, they're really good.
Cross court, man. Self-protection there. They get it back over. Set it up again. Outside, and man, the hammer shot is not going to be returned that time by Shekel.
Addison Branson, she thought she had it for sure, but couldn't quite hang on.
Bumped up, set right there. They're going to dump it over. Libero comes in, settles, pushes it out, and off the block. Nice little push shot. Get it out of there.
I'm surprised the Warriors were up so close to the net because Shekel wasn't going to have a lot of room to really spike it. And here's a run back by Pella.
Yep. Up by one.
And we've seen it. You take one set, especially if a team's up 2-0, the momentum really shifts.
Yeah, it changes it totally.
It's hard to come back if you're Sioux Center and take that other one.
And that one's going to get through.
There was a little bit of miscommunication. Schulte thought for sure it was going to go out. I think Heemstra said, I think it's out, but Brooke by that time had already put her hand up.
Kate Vanderhoff back to serve for Sioux Center. Oh, Geista mounted across, and they're going to say over the net. Yep, you can't reach across and get it before it's there.
That was close.
Yeah, it's so tough on those blocks when you go up and you know you got a big hitter over there.
I think one year we tried to put a camera on the net. Boy, it's such a good look when it works.
Shekel. Yeah, but we had trouble from it shaking loose.
Yeah,
That's part of the trouble with that.
Because that net moves. I
Yeah.
mean, these girls, that net will move quite a bit.
Yeah, when they pounded across there, man, it really.
One day we'll get a steady cam. It'll look great.
Yeah, we'll have to cut your salary a little bit, though, when we go forward down there. Boom. Pushed over. Settles. Quick set there. Oh, almost got through. And Sioux Center recovers again. Outside. Boom. Oh, great dive by Settles to keep it alive. Push over in that time. Man. Oh.
Nice job in the middle by Bitker. She's just kind of roamed that area all day long. Been the big piece down there. Now you bring on Traver to serve.
And that's what I mentioned. You got, you got Schmidt and Branson swinging away there, but you got the others kind of cleaning up stuff and keeping it there. And then there's a service error at 15-15.
We've seen so many times Sioux Center has gone on runs, but sometimes when it feels like they're about to go on a run, then it's a service error when you go into the net.
The barrel goes down low and a quick push back, and it's going to work.
Taylor Holverson, what a play.
Kind of the no look.
Holy cow.
Shove it over, and they get the point on the. Yeah.
The way her body was facing, you thought it was coming toward us,
Yeah.
and then she just second hit it the other way.
Now they got to run it down, and wow, into the scorers table.
Settles. She went to Radio Row.
Good dig out of there. Shekel.
Nice.
Oh! It drops.
Holverson's on one right now. What an unbelievable play again. She's seeing the floor really well right now.
(17-15), a 2-point lead for Sioux Center. Catches the top of the net. Settles will set it quick. They dump it over, but it's out. Had the spot, but just a little wide.
Dutch got a timeout left, and they use it.
Yep, they're going to use it here. 18-15, what could be the deciding set. Sioux Center up here at the Girls State Volleyball Tournament, presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau.
At American Energy, we're one company serving 1.6 million people who all need energy that's available 24/7. That's why we work 24/7. That's why we make investments in our systems that make us more resilient to extreme weather. That's why we generate power from all available resources to cover the variables in supply and demand. And that's why when the power is knocked out, we work around the clock to restore power to you. Mid-American Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
You're watching the Girls Union Digital Network powered by Mid-American Energy. Sioux Center huddle there. They got down, battled back now, up by 3.
That's what they've done all day, really. I mean, Oldenkamp's done a really good job with this team.
They up 2-0, so if they can close this out. And
really rolling on the sideline. Every coach is different.
Yeah, they all have their style, don't they?
North Scott coach especially. I love it. North Scott coach wears what I wear on a daily basis. And I love him for it.
There's long service error, so chalk up another win for the timeout.
Boy, I think every timeout Pella's had, Sioux Center has had a service error out of it.
Now back is Visser to serve.
And Allman's got no more timeouts, so Pella's going to have to do it on their own here if they want to come back and send it to 4.
Branson. Set out by Settles. Cross court handle by Libero. Almost goes out of play, but they keep it alive. And now scramble by Pella. Sioux Center quickly back in position. A collision in the back row for Pella. They dump it over. Settles back. Now they just push it over. Branson kill.
Holy cow.
Does she make it look easy or what?
And we've been talking about it. This near side, Sioux Center is so good compared to the other side. They've just found a weakness.
IMT insurance substitution for Sioux Center, and they'll send Kate Vanderhoff back to serve. Settles up, and that one will not be returned. 17-19.
And overall, this set in general, it's a good response by Pella because that second set got away from them so quickly.
Yeah. And then it just seemed like anything they tried was not working at all. They just got good to them.
Sioux Center found every gap.
Yeah,
they just.
And then Pella regrouped and come back strong here in this one. They're trailing yet, but there's Branson, and now the block up there by Plate and
Settles was in there. Hear those name combos a little bit because you're going to see them next year. Plate's just a junior. Obviously, Settles just a freshman, the only freshman on the roster.
Low screamer on the serve. I don't know, almost looked like it was going out over there. Bumped up by Traver. And who else? Branson finishes it.
We talked about it. Branson, Franken, Schmidt. I mean, it's just a 1-2-3 combo. Schmidt's got 9, Franken's got 9, Branson's got 8. When you have to account for 3 girls, you're in trouble.
Yeah, hitting almost close to double-digit kills for all 3. And that one drops for an ace. They all looked at each other and thought, hey, it's going, but it was inside the line pretty good there.
I think a lot of these aces for Sioux Center have come in the back half of these sets. They're getting better as the set goes on.
And that is touched. There'll be Pella point. Well, some of those have come in low in the middle, and then I think when they sent it outside like that last one, it kind of, everybody's like, what happened? Because you're so ready to go low and get that low set, or low serve rather. So now Capella got a run here. Down 21-19. They need a set to stay alive. And into the net.
That'll be the ace service error of the day for Pella. Sioux Center actually 7 as well, or 7, so they've kind of caught back up a little bit, but.
Bumped up. And at the net. Good job by Natalia Plate there.
Dutch have made runs before. They can do it here. They're only down by 2. Sioux Center does have 2 timeouts if they want to use them. I'd expect maybe 1 if Pella gets 1 more within.
Bumped up. Back set this time. Push it through the block. Now outside. There's a hot smash. Shekel.
Go back to the hot hand.
And as you called it, there's a timeout by Sioux Center. We'll take a break. You're watching the Girls State Volleyball Tournament presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau.
At American Energy, we're one company serving 1.6 million people who all need energy that's available 24/7. That's why we work 24/7. That's why we make investments in our systems that make us more resilient to extreme weather. That's why we generate power from all available resources to cover the variables in supply and demand. And that's why when the power is knocked out, we work around the clock to restore power to you. Mid-American Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
It's the Girls Union Digital Network you're watching. It's powered by Mid-American Energy. Dar Danielson, Blake Walker. Does Pella have another run here? They're within 1. Down 2-0. They need this set to keep the season alive. Sioux Center has responded almost every time they've come back. They want to push it through and move on to the title matchup.
If you're Sioux Center, you got to put an end to it. You just want to move on. You don't want to have to go to 4.
Right in the middle. Outside, and the kill. Who do you go to? Courtney Schmidt. I got a feeling they talk about that in that timeout, didn't they? Let's just set Courtney up there.
Let's get it to at least one of our 3 players that have really got us going here today. It's bound to work.
Settles. Dumped in the middle. Crossed, handle. Cross quarter, and that's off the block on the kill by Kalman.
I haven't called Harper's name a ton, but another one of those guys, or another one of those girls that's going to be here next year, kind of building on foundation. Came up big.
23-22. Heemstra back to serve. Oh, service error. Makes it set point, match point for Sioux Center. Bumped up. And there's a kill.
That was like a rocket going at Branson. Nice job by Pella. Going back to the power. Big serve here for Sheckley. Got to get it in the right spot. It's not bad.
Oh, just pushed over. Going to the corner, but it's wide. Sioux Center will go to the title matchup. 25-23 in the third set.
They just never stopped. It was a constant pressure. Pella just really couldn't relax, it felt like, at any point today. And the Dutch did the same. It's a really even matchup all across the board, but Sioux Center just gets it done in the end. And, boy, we saw it last year. We saw a flash in 3A when they almost took down Western Christian. Now they move up a class, and they looked really good here through the first two matches that they've seen. Now they got a chance to go for a title.
We'll go down to the floor in a minute here for the presentation to Pella. They are going to finish up a 32-11 season. And we'll go to the public address announcer here.
Fans, please direct your attention to the court for the awards presentation. In addition to receiving their team trophy, each participating player will receive a medal and commemorative volleyball provided by the Iowa Farm Bureau, proud title sponsor of the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union. Presenting awards from the IGHSAU are Aaron Gerlich and Ben Van Wyk. Congratulations to head coach Joel Allman and the Pella Dutch on an outstanding 2025 volleyball season. And now, we'd like to recognize today's Quick star of the game, Avery Bitker. This athlete's outstanding performance earns her the honor of advancing her team on the bracket to the championship match. Thanks to Quickstar for their support of the IGHSAU.
And Sioux Center advances. They'll play tomorrow at 12:15 against the winner of the game. A match still going on the other floor. It's North Scott up 2-1, leading 15-13 in the fourth set. So that yet to be decided. Doesn't matter. Sioux Center's punched the ticket. They're there.
They don't care.
They can start getting ready for that championship match. For Pella, another good season, and as you said, they're going to lose some seniors, but they got a lot of youth coming back.
Yeah, they do, and they play in a tough conference. Little Hawkeye is very tough. It's going to get tougher as the conference shifts around. They add Ames and a couple bigger teams. The future is bright for Pella, and these girls, watch out, because state basketball, I bet they're there. State softball, they're going to be there. Pella Athletics is in good shape.
All right, we appreciate everyone watching today. Thanks to Sam on the controls, Marion on the camera, and to Blake Walker. I'm Dar Danielson. That wraps it up here from the Girls State Volleyball Tournament presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau.